Starting off with Orthovisc, selling it in the Queens territory, the obstacle that I faced was financial issues, not getting reimbursed for the doctors. They believed in the product. They might even love the product, but they didn't care when they weren't going to get paid off of it or even lose money off using the product. They would lean towards using a lower end product such as Hyalgan or Suparts, because if they don't get reimbursed or if insurances don't fall through, they're not losing that much money. So my main obstacle was trying to get the doctors to get paid or even break even with Orthovisc. So it wasn't until about a month into selling Orthovisc where I met a doctor who was doing around 40 injections per week of viscosupplementation. His name was Dr. Q Bang Bang, and he was sold on Orthovisc. He loved it. He was sold clinically, and I sold myself to him, and he liked me and he liked the product. He even told the receptionist, "I'm using Orthovisc. This is who we're going with." He told me, "Come in next week, meet with my partner, Dr. Wang, and as long as he's okay with it, we're going with it." I met him, and I could tell right on he's all about financial gain. He wants to crunch numbers and see how, while they're using Hyalgan 5 injection technique, how we're going to compare or even beat their price. And I showed him how we would come very close after giving samples, after lowering the price, and it might have lost him a couple of dollars here and there, but I sold him on myself, I sold him on the product, and it's worth it for the product. He talked to Dr. Q Bang Bang privately in another room for about 5 to 10 minutes, came back and told me, we'll think about it. We like it, but we'll get back to you. And I could tell from his tone, his demeanor, that he doesn't want to go with us. I was devastated. I thought I had a huge account going through, and in a split of a second, it was all gone. So I talked to Dr. Q Bang Bang the next week, and I found out why. What was the issue? I put everything out on the table. Everything looked great. Yeah, you might have lost a couple of dollars on each injection, but look at the benefits that you're gaining with our product. This is something I spent about a month on, trying to work on. Dr. Q Bang Bang told me that the issue was he was using ultrasound guided injections on each patient and each injection. Losing that one extra ultrasound guided injection would lose him $250, and that was way too much. Now, I was devastated, and I sat back and I reevaluated everything at that point. What did I do wrong? How could I improve? How could have I got this sale to go through? And I realized at that point there really wasn't anything I could have done. I sold them on the 4 injection technique, I sold them on our product, but they were strictly financial. That extra ultrasound guided injection, I couldn't sell them on 5 injection techniques because we don't have it. But what I did get from this conversation, out of this devastation that I went through, was the idea of incorporating ultrasound into my own sales pitch. Now, I never knew that you could do this until I met with these guys. I never knew that every other doctor was doing it regular without any type of guided injection, whether it be fluoroscopy or ultrasound. I never heard of it. So these guys allowed me to study ultrasound, study different types of guided injection techniques, and I studied ultrasound, I studied fluoroscopy, found the benefits of each, and I learned that ultrasound is a much better choice for Orthovisc users. I found out that you get reimbursed a lot more doing ultrasound versus fluoroscopy. I learned that fluoroscopy, there's radiation involved. Doctors got to wear lead shields when they do fluoroscopy. So now that I had this, I started thinking, now why can't I use this into my old sales pitch? Why don't I take some time out, try to make some phone calls, find an ultrasound rep around the area, a good ultrasound company, find the rep for it that lives around the area, that whenever I have a doctor who's interested in it, call them up, tell him to come do a demo for this doctor. He's very interested, and show the doctor that I'm going above and beyond for his practice. I'm doing more than just selling my own product. I'm giving him ideas for ways to improve his practice. And I'm having different conversations at this point with these doctors. Now it's not just a typical old orthopist this and sell the main features on points, and the doctor turning me away saying I don't have enough money for this. Now I say, doctor, you know what? We have a solution for you. Have you heard of ultrasound guided injections? Have you heard of how much they reimburse? Would you like to see a demo of it? Would you like to hear more about it? In conjunction with our injections, you could be making this now, and you won't have to worry about these reimbursement issues. And now I'm bringing in this rep to demo it, and the doctors are seeing this, and they're starting to create a bond with me, and they like me now as a person. They're starting to use Orthovisc now. They're ordering Orthovisc, and I'm seeing my Orthovisc sales shoot up because of this ultrasound technique that I brought into my sales bag. So my video, or my topic to you guys, is that what I did bringing in ultrasound, I think we're all going through now in the PRP issue, or the PRP market. We see that now that PRP is not getting reimbursed, such as in my territory in Queens, Orthovisc, the reimbursement was a big issue, while in the city in Long Island, you probably didn't see as much of an issue with Orthovisc. You're seeing it now with PRP. Doctors always bring that up. That's the main obstacle we gotta face. They love everything about our product, they believe in it, but they don't want to go with it because they're not getting reimbursed. It's tough to get patients to pay out of pocket. So when you bring up when we bring up ultrasound now, it's just saying, doc, but ultrasound reimburses for it, and we stop there. Doctors say, oh, they do, great. What can I do with that? What I'm saying is, I have somebody that could come in and demo it. The way you could explain it now is, doc, ultrasound does reimburse when you do it in conjunction with PRP, and if you're interested, I work closely with an ultrasound rep that could come in and demo the product if you're interested in using it. Now the doctor is having a different conversation with you. Now you can create a different meeting to meet with his doctor. If the doctor wants a demo, we have a second meeting, and we get to sell our product again and build a credibility with our doctors, build a stronger relationship. PRP sales will shoot through the roof, and at the same time we have an ultrasound machine in our bag that we could throw in there and we could talk to the doctors about. PRP, we always talk about as being the future. Doc, this is the movement. Doctors are using PRP. It's going to be the future of medicine. Ultrasound is another modality, or is another product that we're going to start seeing a lot of in office use. Doctors, 5 years from now, almost each one in each office is going to have an ultrasound machine. So let's get familiar with it. Let's start having conversations instead of just saying, hey, ultrasound does reimburse, and stopping there. Let's reach out to me. I can have a guy come in to you guys and demo the product, demo the ultrasound machine, if you see that it would benefit your sale in PRP. Thank you.